Today's workout is a 20-minute postpartum lower body workout, intermediate. This workout will work the legs and get the heart rate up, and it's intermediate, so make sure you've done the beginner workout in this series before moving on to this one. You'll need a set of moderate to heavy dumbbells and then an optional step or stairs. Let's get started. Hey mamas, welcome to today's workout, our 20-minute postpartum lower body workout with dumbbells, intermediate version. So make sure you've done the beginner variation before this one. We're gonna advance on some of the moves we saw in that first workout, plus add a little bit more weight if you're ready for it. So you'll need your step again or stairs, weights moderate to heavy. Let's start again with a step up variation. So this time we're gonna do a 3/4 step up. So place one foot on the bench. We're gonna drive through that front heel, stand up 3/4 of the way straight and stop there. Then we're gonna lower down slow and controlled. Let's do that again. 3/4 of the way, keeping that front leg bent, leaning into the front leg like you're looking over a cliff. So you drive down through that heel, stand up, squeeze the glute, and that way we're not extending the leg fully, therefore keeping that load in the quad a little bit more. You're gonna feel that continuous burn. We're gonna move slow through this one. And again, when you lower down, just gently placing the foot to the floor, toe ball heel, barely tapping down. So when we keep the majority of that weight shifted forward in the front leg, we're gonna effectively overload that muscle, and that's always the goal, to feel really challenged, but still in control. Good work. All right, same thing, other side. And again, if you need to drop the weights, get acquainted with the movements first, that's totally fine. Remember, we've got 2 rounds of each exercise, so you'll have plenty of time to challenge your muscles. If you want to use this first set, to just familiarize yourself with them, get the technique down, and then maybe you add weight or go heavier on the second round. That works well. Again, always pushing through that heel and the front foot. Try not to shift back here and rest. Try to keep that weight forward like this. So you're always ready for that next rep. You're never really waiting at the bottom. Where you feel that greatest burn, that's how you know where you're gonna stop. If you lose your balance, that's okay. All right, now we're gonna go to a sumo squat. So take your feet wide, the weights can be here or up here. Drive the knees out, toes out. We're gonna sit back, down and up. So driving the knees out, we're getting more into those side glutes, hamstrings, back of the body. And again, you can always drop the weights here if you feel like you're losing that technique. And if it helps you keep your posture lifted, keeping the weights here is a good option. You can also do a single dumbbell sumo squat too. Drive out of the outside edges of your feet as well. You should almost feel like you're gonna spread the floor apart with your feet. Exhale as you rise. Give yourself some more power and momentum to get to the top. Couple more. This one really gets you that cardio burn. All right, drop one weight. We're going to the monster walk. This time, we're gonna do things a little bit differently. We're gonna move forward and back. So starting at the back of the mat, keeping the weight up here, we're gonna squat down and walk forward and backward. So just forward, about 45 degrees, and backwards. Staying a little bit wider with the feet, and then staying low the whole time. Even as we move forward and back, we're in that squat. Whew. You can really feel when you push out of your heels to walk, that glute fire up. Again, you can always lose the weight here. You don't need it. But boy, does it add an extra little challenge. Even a little bit of weight. You don't have to use a heavy weight to get that leg burn. Whew. All right, grab your other weight. We're gonna go to a backwards lunge variation. So last time we did a static lunge. This time we're gonna step backwards. So drop the knees, step back, step forward. Same side, step back, forward. Drive through the front heel to stand up, squeeze your butt. Use that core. Belly button engaged to the spine. Exhale, drive the heel down. That's gonna give you that force, that momentum, that control to stand up. Again, feel free to drop the weights if you need to. I want you to focus on the range and the technique this time. So getting that back knee close to the floor and that front thigh parallel to the floor. Starting to feel that little burn in the glute, or a big burn maybe, depending on what weight you got. Whew, I feel it in my heart and my lungs too. Other side. It's a good thing about working legs, we're gonna get that cardio burst as well. So we don't have to worry about moving fast. If we're working legs, if we're going full range of motion, rather than even just going fast and getting a ton of reps, range of motion plus a challenging weight, that's gonna drive the heart rate. That's gonna get you that muscle hypertrophy, that strength gain. That's gonna tone and shape the muscle even more than it would if you're running. Cardio is great, I'm not knocking cardio, but if you wanna see results and change your body composition, strength training is where it's at. Same thing with really toning. That comes from building the muscle, shedding fat. Strength plus nutrition. All right, lateral lunges. This time we're gonna step side to side. So make sure that step is out of the way. You got plenty of room here. The weights can be down or at the collarbones, feet close together. We're gonna step out and back in. I like the weights here personally because when you lunge out, they just go nicely right here between the legs, but you can always put them at your collarbones or go without the weights and just reach the arms like this. The standing leg, push down through the heel, squeeze your butt to stand up. This leg, sit back deep into the hip. Again, you're gonna hinge from the hip here, but what you don't wanna do is round your spine. So notice how I'm keeping a long straight back, shoulders back and down, chin tucked in. Big step out to challenge those legs and get that full range of motion. Always the goal. Rest. Oh my gosh, nothing challenges those legs like a stepping lunge. And we're gonna do it again, other side this time. Are we ready? Let's go. You may feel a little bit shaky in that stationary leg. That's okay. It's challenging. Again, if you're not challenging yourself, you're not gonna see change. Not everything has to be the hardest thing you've ever done, but at the same time, if by the end of the set, you're not feeling a little bit fatigued, or you're not feeling like you've emptied the tank, that's a signal that you want to step it up next time. Either going deeper, moving slower, adding some additional weight. There's several things you can do to really push the intensity, challenge yourself in a way that's sustainable. It's going to help you see that change. Good work, guys. All right, we're gonna move on to that RDL. This time we're gonna do a bottom half pulse. So feet underneath the hips, good posture here. We're gonna hinge from the hips, do 2 pulses and then stand up. So down, pulse, squeeze the booty, stand up. Just a little pulse down and up, not forward and back, keeping that weight loaded, back in the heels. Keeping that back long and straight, chin tucked in here. Really feeling that glute hamstring connection, digging the heels down into the floor, squeezing the butt to the top. Couple more. Rest. All right, moving to the floor. You can keep one weight or do this with body weight. We're gonna do a marching glute bridge. So the weight goes on your lap, hips come up. We're gonna lift one leg up and down. Other leg goes up and down. So we're gonna march. Knee comes over the hip, 90 degrees. Opposite heel pushes down into the floor. It's all about that stability here, keeping the hips up, trying not to let the hips drop. So if you have a dumbbell on your hip bones, you can kind of feel that shift, right? As you lift the leg, try to minimize that shift. Try to keep it lifted by engaging your core, belly button pulled toward the spine, by engaging the glute, pushing the heel into the ground. We're almost to that halfway point, to the break. Just a few more seconds here. Rest. All right, 20 seconds to shake it out, grab water. Think about what you want to do for the next round. We're going to start again with that 3/4 step up. So grab your step or your stairs or whatever you're using. Grab your weights. If you want to go heavier or add weights this time, if you didn't use them last time, here we go. Foot all the way on the bench. Make sure that heel's on there. Lean into that front leg 3/4 of the way. Extend the leg. Slow and controlled on the way down. So first round, we learn the moves. Now, we burn out the legs. Push down through that front heel. Even though we're going slow, I want you to use force. Down through the bench or the step. Use that exhale to connect to your deep core. Remember, failure is the goal or close to it. It's that overload principle. Challenge to change the legs. Rest. Whew, did you get there? Got to do it on the other leg. Let's go. And that's the great thing about these single leg unilateral exercises is that we can really focus on evening out the different sides of the body. We've all got a stronger, weaker side. That's totally normal. It's always going to be that way to an extent, but really important to focus on that symmetry, especially postpartum, when you've really been thrown off with your body symmetry, right? We've all got a side we prefer to carry, prefer to nurse, prefer to rock the baby on. So if you think about that over time, how much repetition, how much stress we're putting on the body, it's really important to do movements that even things that to help support those activities that really challenge our strength and stability. Okay, get that bench out of the way. We're going back to our sumo squat. Again, weights can be down or at the collarbones. Take the feet wide, toes out, knees out. Here we go. Deep squat, drive it up. If you can, aim for a deeper squat this round. Really push that floor up and apart. Drive through those outer heels. This is where the heart rate starts to go up. If you're feeling winded, you need a break, take a break. If you need to slow it down, slow it down. You pace the workout, you push the intensity. Feels good to work hard. I love that mantra. It helps me get through my workouts. You'll never regret working hard because it feels so good when you're done. All right, drop one weight, monster walks forward and back. Weights up, sit back, feet wide, forward, back. If you can, remember which foot you stepped forward with last time. Try to alternate. We've all got a leg we like to lead with, right? Usually it's that dominant side. So see if you can switch that up. So good for your brain to do stuff like that too. Don't underestimate what exercise can do for your brain. And I know if you've had a baby and you're not sleeping very much, we need all those extra brain cells we can get, right? I've had 2 kids in the last couple of years, but I've aged about a decade in the past 3 years. Lost a few brain cells in the process, but it's worth it, right? Exercise helps you get them back, helps you keep them. All right, grab your additional weight, backwards stepping lunges. Make sure you don't Lean forward around the spine. Keep your posture lifted when you pick up those weights. Step back, knees to 90, step forward. Drive through that front heel, you know it. You can even kiss that back knee to the floor. You don't have to, but you can. Just a light tap. You can also lean forward slightly. Make sure you're not just overly gripping through the toes or to the point where you're lifting your front heel. You want that heel planted to the ground firmly. But by leaning forward a little more, you're gonna shift more of that load into the glute. Good work, guys, rest. Whew. We're getting close. Sub 5 minutes till the end of the workout. Take a breath, other side, let's go. Again, this is where we're starting to feel that heart rate spike. That's why I love lower body training. You get the best of both worlds. That heart rate's naturally gonna spike when we load the legs. Those big muscles in the lower body. Send that energy to the heart. Give us that metabolic kick. Almost there, team. Building that endurance. Feels good to work hard, remember? Rest. All right. We gotta carry that mantra over the next set because this is my least favorite one, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, lateral lunges, step out wide. Here we go. Again, it's this thing sometimes that you dislike the most that are what you need to do the most, right? For me, it's lateral lunges. Lateral lunges are curtsy lunges, don't like them. Because they're hard, because they're uncomfortable. But if we only do the things that we like, that we're good at or that are comfortable, you know, you're not gonna change, right? So we push each other. And I can't be mad at anybody because I made this up, so you can hate me, but I can't blame anybody else but myself. Rest. Oh my gosh. Okay, sub 3 minutes, you guys. We get to lay down after this. Well, 2 more and then we get to lay down. Lateral lunges, other side. Big step out. Forgot about the RDL. Such a great movement for everyday life here. How many times a day do you get in and out of the car, load kids in the car, pick up toys, pick up food your kids throw on the floor, pick stuff up on a walk when your kids throw things out of the stroller constantly? That's my 1-year-old. Loves to throw things out and say, uh-oh. So this move, this is the practical application. Couple more, we're almost there. All right, those RDLs with the bottom half pulse. Oh. 2 more, you guys, 2 more. We got this. Pinch from the hips. 2 pulses. Stand up, drive through those heels. Keep that back straight, core engaged. So good for that back body. Postpartum, again, you know, strengthening that back body, so crucial. Again, it's all about increasing comfort, functionality for those everyday life activities in this phase. Movements like this are so good for that. All right, drop one weight, move into the floor. Glute bridge, marches to the end. Hips up, let's go. Keeping those hips as stable as you can. Squeezing that booty at the top. Breathe, we got this. Home stretch, finishing off those glutes. Feels good to work hard, doesn't it? Especially now, because we are done. Carefully put that weight down if you got it. Carefully sit up. Woo! That was tough, if I do say so myself. You can tell by the sweat on my face. Great work today, you guys. If you like that video, give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel. I always appreciate when you do, as well as when you comment and let me know what you think, as well as what you would like to see on my channel. I love taking requests and new ideas for workouts. In addition, if you want more postpartum resources, more of a workout schedule, or a customized fitness and nutrition plan, check out my website linked below. I've got my YouTube guides for sale, as well as options for personalized coaching, fitness plans, and nutrition if you're interested in that. Otherwise, I'll see you back here for our next workout together. Be sure to stay tuned and come back and do the advanced version of this workout. You won't want to miss it.